Hi, everyone. My name is Brandi Wynne, and I am the current chair of the Trainee Advocacy Committee. And here with me today, I have some really important, really special guests. I have Dr. Stephanie Watts, who you'll notice is the namesake for today's award. We consider her the mother of the Trainee Advocacy Committee because of all her support for trainees and early career researchers in the council. I'm also joined by Ms. Burkhardt, and she'll introduce herself in just a moment, as well as the 3 finalists and award winner of the Stephanie Watts Career Development Award. We have Dr. Justin Van Beusecum at the bottom. We also have Dr. Yang, as well as Dr. Jing. And so I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about their research and their goals, and then we're going to have a short little discussion. Dr. Yang, would you like to go through some of your work?
Hello, everyone. My name is Tao Yang, and I'm currently an assistant professor at University of Toledo, Department of Physiology and Pharmacology. So my current research interest is how the microbiota can metabolize the antihypertensive drug and therefore lower the blood pressure, lowering effect of the drug, and that may be implicated in resistant hypertension patient population.
Thank you. So what's your future goals? What's your plan? Are you going to stay? Are you staying at University of Toledo for now, or?
Yes, I just got this current position like 2 months ago. So I probably will stay here for, I don't know how long, but I don't see any reason to move yet. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Justin, do you want to describe your work?
Yes, I'm Justin Van Beusecum. I'm a new assistant professor at the Medical University of South Carolina and a research health scientist at the VA in Charleston. I'm interested in how endothelial cells and immune cells talk between each other and pathologies such as hypertension and chronic kidney disease. And so specifically, I'm interested in the role of Gas6 axle signaling and how it potentiates inflammation and hypertension.
Great, thank you. And I'd like to lastly introduce our award winner, Dr. Jing. Congratulations. If you want to talk about your research a little bit.
Thank you, Brandi. So hi everyone, I'm Jing. I'm currently an assistant instructor at Medical College of Wisconsin. I'm interested in vascular, immune, and renal mechanism of hypertension. Specifically, I'm currently investigating how pipa gamma and connine-3 regulated mechanisms in T lymphocytes contribute to the development of hypertension.
Great. That sounds really interesting. So all of you gave really great presentations, and unfortunately, unless DSI wants to give us lots of more awards to win, we only had to choose one though. So sad, but they haven't agreed yet. We're working on them a little bit, but all of you gave really great presentations, and we know that mentorship is really important. And so that's why I want to sort of discuss with Stephanie here, because I remember when we actually told her, Dr. Watts, that we were going to name this award after her. Her first response was, are you sure? But of course, you know, she's been a mentor to us all. Do you want to talk about the award winners, or about what this award means, you know, what the overall theme of this award means for you, Stephanie?
Oh, of course, Brandi. Well, so really my first reaction when I found out they were going to do this was I burst into tears, because I couldn't quite believe that something I had done was meaningful to these folks. But I knew it, but it brought home to me just how important it is to show people who may not just be as old as you that you can do the things you think are so hard, that you aren't alone in doing those different things. So I have been a long time, actually, I helped bring together the very first Trainee Advocacy Committee many years ago after our council held hypertension summer school, something I'd love to see come back in 2005 and 2007. And I was asked to do that after sponsoring a series of workshops every year for council about the decade before. So we just made it formal, some of the things that we were already doing, and it has grown, Brandi. People like you, people like Hannah and Guido and Aaron and Cam and Camilla and all these people have made this something even more than I thought it ever could be. And the reason it's so important to me is because it shows our council just how important our young investigators are and how much we need one another. Right? They need us to help guide forward, but we need their brilliance, their lack of fear, new techniques, and those kinds of things. So our whole community together is just better when we have one another. So I am beyond delighted, and I'm always going to be humbled that you guys named this for me, right? And then DSI was willing to say, yeah, we're going to do this and support young investigators. So I love it, and I'm still floored.
Well, I think we can all say thank you. And, I think this is a good example of how you never actually get to leave TAC because,
Isn't it?
because now 15 years later, you are still involved. Even if you don't want to be, you're still involved. And I think that's also a good segue. Yes. To Jami, let her introduce herself, because we also are really, really thankful to Data Sciences International for supporting this award. I'd like to mention too that DSI has been a continual supporter of other trainee advocacy committee events, including the Mixer, which hopefully is very difficult to do over Zoom. So we haven't had that the past couple of years, but we're hoping to bring that back, as well as other awards that we have in TAC. They've supported those for years. And so we're really looking forward to get back to that. So if Jami wants to introduce herself and talk a little bit about this award and how DSI wants to support early career investigators in the council.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Brandi, and thank you to everyone for allowing us to be a part of this. You and us at DSI, we are always happy to support young researchers. We know that they're the future, and they're the ones that really are making new discoveries, and using, standing on the shoulders of previous researchers who are and who have also made great discoveries. But we are always continuing to try to invest in those young researchers, and in any way we can do through sponsorships and awards, we try to do as much as possible. And it's an honor to be able to be included and sponsor the Stephanie Watts Award, because because Stephanie has had such an impact in the world of hypertension, blood pressure research. So it's an honor for us to do that. So at DSI we like to keep continuing to sponsor, whether it's the training mixer, any sort of sponsorships. And I guess I do have a question for the three researchers, if they would be willing to answer. Kind of when making your decision to apply for the award, in what way did you see the importance of telemetry being used in your research, whether it was for that study or going into the future?
Maybe if Tao would like to answer first.
Yeah. So since my PhD training, I have been using the DSI telemeters throughout my research career, because the blood pressure measurement is eventually the primary outcome of my research. So since I just recently got an independent position, so I would like to pursue that research also. Specifically in my research, I will continuously measure blood pressure change upon different treatment to the animals. That's why the DSI is the solution for my research. And compared with the traditional tail cuff, I don't think that's feasible to do it like continuously and also in the presence of other treatment. So that's for my case. And for my future study, of course, the continuous measurement of blood pressure is also essential, given the in vitro study of the antihypertensive drug study. Yeah. Thank you.
Great.
Justin, do you want to answer the question? Then we'll go to Jing.
Yeah, so given that hypertension is multifaceted and kind of a mosaic theory, using DSI is obviously the gold standard, using 24-hour blood pressure measurements. So in my work, looking at different immune cell subsets that contribute to hypertension, it is the gold standard in looking at what role does the dendritic cells or monocytes play in the development of various models of hypertension. And having that 24-hour blood pressure measurement is invaluable. And that's why I applied for this award, to push my research further into new directions that maybe the foundation was not there yet to go to. So try to push the envelope a little forward.
And Jing, we noticed in your presentation that you actually you proposed two different uses for DSI in your particular research. Do you want to answer her question and sort of address that as well?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Tao and Justin that telemetry provides a standard measurement of blood pressure these days. It has the benefit of 24-hour measurement, allowing researchers to look at day-night circadian variations, not just blood pressure, but also activity, temperature, and glucose, which I also proposed in my talk. I have identified some very interesting metabolic as well as blood pressure phenotypes in a mouse model that has Colin-3 deleted. So I will be pursuing that project towards my first R1 application, and DSI will be instrumental in helping me getting there.
You know, I really think I'm really sad that I wasn't able to apply for this award, but I really think that all of you have really great futures, and we're, you know, at TAC and Stephanie, we're all really looking forward to seeing what you do. And I'm sure that you have support from DSI to help get your systems up and running and move this forward. And again, thank you so much to Jami and to the rest of DSI for supporting this. You know, we really appreciate everything, and we look forward. And anybody who's listening to this particular video, we'd really encourage you to apply to the Stephanie Watts Career Development Award in the future years. We hope it'll be in person, and we'll be able to discuss and chat with each other and support each other in our research for years to come. Thank you so much.